Hey everyone, it's Audrey from Mom Generation. So today I have my son Alex as my video man. Alex, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. And so I wanted to talk really quickly. I was going to do a blog post about this, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a quick video because this is how much I love this book. So, The Baby Name Wizard, this is one of my favorite books. This is actually the 3rd edition, just came out, I just got it, but I started using The Baby Wizard when I was actually pregnant with my Henry. So we're going back to 2008. I couldn't figure out what we wanted to name him. We already had 3 little boys. Having a 4th boy, you know, we had used so many boys' names with our first and their middle names that when it came to Henry, I wanted to find a name that went with William, Alexander, and Benjamin, but I also wanted to find a name that just spoke to me, that just, like, when I heard it, I knew I would say that is the perfect name for him, this boy to be. So when I got pregnant this time around, you know, we were all prepared for a boy. As a matter of fact, Alex, what were we going to name the baby if it was a boy?
Oliver.
Oliver. We actually already had a name, Oliver David. It was a name that we actually were calling the baby Oliver up until February because I remember thinking what would be the chances of having a girl, but we are having a girl. So we ended up choosing the name Victoria. So I wanted to share The Baby Name Wizard because everybody has asked. I've actually had a ton of different questions from women asking me, hey, do you have any great recommendations for name books? Or, hey, listen, we're trying to figure out like the perfect name. These are our daughter's names. Kind of like what we were thinking when we had Henry and then obviously Victoria. Like what names go with the names that we've chosen. So this is what I love so much about The Baby Name Wizard. And you know what? I just think it's easier for me to show you up close and personal. So what they ended up doing in here, which is so smart, is I'm going to zoom in. I just randomly picked the letter L. So Alex, can you like look at this book? So what they do is they actually show you a name and tell you a little bit about the name. I don't want to be too busy. I'm going to go right to the name Alexander. Since watch out for your finger, honey, because you're videoing. I'm going to go right to the name Alexander, and this is what I love about this book. So you go to the name Alexander, which is right, A-L-E-X, and his name is Alexander. So go right to Alexander.
Her nickname is Alex.
Your nickname is Alex. And what I love about it, this is what it says, okay? So it says Alexander. It says popularity number 8. Style is considered timeless. Nicknames, Alex, Sandy, Sasha, Xander, Lex, Sander. And then it says, too, that if Alexander had sisters, you know, almost like what the projected names would be.
Alexandra?
So ironically enough, if you had any sisters...
Alexandra?
No, but these are the 5 names that most likely you would name a girl if you had a boy named Alexander. Victoria, Charlotte, Abigail, Lydia, Catherine, or Sophia. And if Alexander had brothers, these are most likely 5 names that his brothers would have. Nathaniel, Benjamin, Oliver, Nicholas, Samuel, and Maxwell. And then it goes on to just say a little bit of a write-up about Alexander. But this is why I love this book so much and why it helped me out so much, is because it honestly, it dives into like the statistics behind a name. And quite honestly, what would be the different names that you potentially would name another baby if they had a brother or a sister. It's so helpful. It really, really is. And it's just funny that Benjamin and Oliver both came up as top picks that go along with Alexander. And I think it's very special that in Victoria pops up as a sister's name under the name Alexander. And then underneath it just says quickly, Alexander has been a classic for thousands of years. It's lordly, cultured. It also is widely fashionable around the world. And on the girls' side, you'll find Alexandra, Alexis, Alexa, or Alexandria. In the world, Alexander the Great was the founding father. Alexander Hamilton, designer Alexander McQueen. So it gives you like just famous people whose names are Alexander as well. So if you are somebody like me and you're looking to name a baby to be, or you just want to get a really cool book for someone that you know who is expecting, I highly, 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 highly recommend The Baby Name Wizard. Again, the 3rd edition. It's just the perfect name is out there. And honestly, what I love about this book is that it's going to help you find it.
Yay!